Hi everyone, it's Gothic Man here. So to continue on with my Uber legends or folklores that I have a major obsession with, I would talk to you about we've heard her as the woman in white, the white lady or the weeping woman, generally associated with the ideas that at night, when there's a fog or a haze or a certain time of year, a young woman will appear in a white sort of, kind of like your dress sort of for nightwear. She's usually sad or weeping, or you might just hear her crying. These are the reports of her. There's many different legends and myths about the Lady in White. She's probably one of the most common legends that you come across, being that nearly every country around the world has a different interpretation of her. So usually she is been reported to seen in areas of ruin, like old medieval castles, somewhere that's had some sort of tragedy in that area over the history. But in modern times, some have also saying that they've seen her on roads, or they've seen her at water weeping, and then she would walk into the water and disappear. Like people would go after her to save her and she'd just be gone. They're just a few of the different ones that have been tossed around. Commonly the woman in white's been associated with stories of loss of a child. She may have even drowned her own children and she's looking for them, being betrayed by a husband or a boyfriend, or associations like that. That's where the car one comes more commonly entailed, like supernatural. There are other stories besides supernatural where there is stories of a husband has picked up a woman on the side of the road and he wasn't quite faithful, so and then reports of his car, him turning up dead like 2 days later. There are other stories about this besides what supernatural does. Usually it's associated with someone's family line that will most likely see the woman in white. She would be technically haunt her relatives. There have been tales that she is a harbour of death, similar to a banshee, and you would see her and she would basically, seeing her would be an omen of death or death to come. In the United Kingdom, there are very many different legends about the White Lady, just because it is a very old country itself, with a lot of rich history and a lot of tragic history in itself. So there is the medieval legend that the White Lady appears by day and also at night time in your house with a family member that is soon to die. She was regarded as a deceased ancestor, just trying to warn the family of something that was going to happen. Also in Scotland, in the 17th century, there is a history of a royal family that their daughter had an affair with a manservant, and she was banished to the Tower for doing that, and unable to handle her suffering, she threw herself threw herself to her death, and there's been reports of seeing her still around her family's castle to this day. There's also the White Lady of Darwin, I'll put the name, haunting a cemetery. The report says that she She walks there at night, and apparently after two hours of visiting her supposed grave, a group of teenagers were all murdered in the 1980s. She was also said to have died during childbirth, or she was raped and murdered and her child was taken from her. And she's generally there seeking her child, trying to find her child. And there's also this talk where she will actually manifest for you if you say, you know, in the cemetery, if you say, "White lady, I stole your black baby." I don't understand where the black baby comes from, but essentially saying, "White lady, I stole your baby," is meant to manifest her. There's a lot more different, you know, legends on her in the UK, but I think I'll move on to some more countries just because I'd be here all day if I kept talking. So in the United States, this is mostly where we get the white lady haunting dirt roads or on the side of the highway. The white lady was on her way home from her wedding in the 19th centuries and, of course, died on the road, and there's claims that she's been seen on abandoned dirt roads ever since. One talks of newlyweds that were killed, you know, on their wedding night as well in a V8 Ford Mustang and crashed into a tree. And of course she's looking for her husband. Another one's where a limousine crashed on a prom night. The girl happened to be wearing a white dress and she died and her prom date didn't, and she's been talked to be seen on the side of the road looking for her prom date. And of course there's another rich history in America of different versions of the white lady, again being kidnapping or rape and all that other fun stuff. You're more than welcome to go look it up yourself if you want to be more in depth about it. Many other countries that the white lady legend appears is in Germany, Russia, the Philippines, Malaysia, Portugal, Norway, Brazil and Czech Republic. They also have rich histories of white ladies or spirits of white ladies. Usually they all are pretty similar. They all say that she was either a mother, she was pregnant in childbirth, she was raped, she was married on her way, like on her wedding dress, on her way to a wedding or coming from her wedding. She was a daughter. She done wrong by her family and her children. The stories keep changing and they're all pretty similar. Someone was done wrong in the time. So pretty much there is a lot of rich history on the white lady or the woman in white or the weeping woman, whichever way you want to look at it. There's been movies done and books done by the white lady, which I will add down in the description if you're very interested to go looking for stuff that themes around the white lady. Thank you for watching my video. I hope this was informative of you, and if you've got any suggestions of other Uber legends you want me to talk about, please let me know.